Okay, hi everybody. So here I am, Katie Sue C. I am on a health journey that I have chosen to share on YouTube. And I have to say, it's like a weird thing to, you know, be chronicling your life. But I have such a recurring desire to do it. And so here I am, I'm gonna do my best, and we'll see what happens. So I think it was February 11th, February 12th. Today is March 4th, I think. So it was 2 weeks ago today, I think. No, I'm sorry, 3 weeks ago today. I can't do the math. What was it? Yeah, so I think it was 3 weeks ago today, Wednesday, that I had been feeling like a palpitation or some kind of racing sensation in my heart that was really, it was kind of subtle, but like I definitely noticed it. I would feel it all day long, but also at night when I laid in bed I would notice it, and it was happening for, you know, about a part of like 10 days. And I kept telling my husband about it, but you know what, this is the thing, I haven't been to a doctor in like a decade. And I didn't have any intentions to see a doctor about this either. I had been struggling with my health for the past 2 years, and I'm like this natural holistic person, and I've been trying to figure out everything for myself for a long time. I mean, I feel like I had been in relatively good health. I'm 46, and most people definitely don't, you know, tell me I look younger than that. I'm youthful in many ways, energetic in many ways, but I was also really struggling with a few things and doing tons of research and really trying to self-diagnose and, you know, figure things out for myself. And this one thing with my breathlessness was not going away. I also had a lot of edema and weight gain. I mean, and the weight gain, I've always been up and down with my weight to a certain degree, but I would never kind of go above or below a certain place. But the past couple years I was inching more and more into bigger size, but a lot of edema, a lot of bloating, puffy face, puffy eyes, puffy ankles. And for me, it wasn't even easy to detect my puffy ankles because I have very skinny ankles. So it wasn't like these big puffy ankles, but if I pressed on it, I would see that there was edema. And so, you know, some denial along with me just being super stubborn and to not go to a doctor and having no insurance, like it all kind of piled up. Like, you know, I'm still kind of wading through like kind of how did I get here. But how did I get here is not as important as, you know, what's going on moving forward. But anyway, so as what I'm trying to say is 3 weeks ago today, I was with my husband in the supermarket, and we passed the pharmacy area of the supermarket, and I saw one of those machines where you put your arm in it and you could take your blood pressure. So my blood pressure was 234 over, I think, like 126 or 129. Like, do you guys know how high that is? I mean, I think when you're like 130, 140, you're considered like you have high blood pressure. And so this machine literally had like a big red like warning thing like that said like go to the hospital and or take this test again because, you know, you are in crisis, hypertensive crisis, and you could have a stroke or a heart attack at any minute. So I actually really struggled. I was in shock, and my husband really didn't know how to guide me. He's a healthy young guy. He, you know, he doesn't really go to doctors either, but he hasn't needed to necessarily. So, and most of my support group and friends, they don't go to doctors. But I called my sister, one of my sisters that I'm close with, and she, you know, I started crying, like, what should I do? Should I go to urgent care? And she said yes. And so I went. Urgent care is basically just like a drop-in doctor's office, like for people, you know, that need help either urgently or don't have insurance, stuff like that. So they took my blood pressure to confirm, and they sent me to the emergency room. So, oh my God, guys. So 3 weeks ago tonight, I spent about 6 hours or so in the emergency room, and the most lovely people you can imagine took care of me. Every nurse and person who helped me, the doctor was amazing. Like, I was very well taken care of with so much compassion and no judgment. And not one person like looked at me like, oh, you haven't been to a doctor in 10 years. Like, every single person there was compassionate and understanding and just kind to me. And they got me on medication right away through the IV, and they monitored me, and I also found out I was diabetic. I knew my blood sugar was high, but it was higher than I thought, and it was a really, really amazing night. And I'll always look at it that way, because I really found out what I needed to find out, and modern medicine is taking care of me like remarkably well. So I got put on medication that night, and then I was directed to find a doctor. And I don't have health insurance, but I was able to find a clinic in my local area that's amazing and very affordable. And now I'm under a doctor's care. I'm going back tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my 3rd time seeing this doctor. And my whole life has changed. I had been breathless for 2 years. I could almost cry about it, because like, so I think the further away I get from it, I'm like, oh my God, like, I didn't even realize how sick I was and living that way. And now that I'm on medication and my blood pressure is coming down and my blood sugar is coming down, like, I'm starting to feel like I guess I'm supposed to feel for a woman of, you know, my age or whatever. Like, I feel like I used to feel is really, I think, what I'm trying to say. I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I feel silky smooth on the inside. I breathe well. I move well. I'm so in awe of how I feel. And when I say that, I'm also in awe of how I was living with feeling that way for so long. So I have dabbled with, you know, trying to start YouTube in the past, but I feel a new inspiration, and it's like, because I want to share my journey. They call it the blood pressure the silent killer, and you could see why. And I do encourage everyone to know what their blood pressure is. I mean, mine was so high. Most people don't go that high, and I still don't know why I had gone that high. Maybe just because I was neglecting it. But, you know, it feels like night and day how I felt and now how I feel now. And any stubbornness, you know, that I had against going on medication is completely annihilated. It's amazing I had such resistance for so long, because it is such a miracle of how I feel that I would encourage anyone, you know, who may need some medical intervention to just, you know, be humble and, you know, accept the help that you need. And that's just coming from my experience, and my advice, hindsight is always 20/20. Which reminds me of my vision, because my vision was deteriorating, which is also a blood pressure thing. Blood pressure actually and blood sugar are both related to vision, because I've always had amazing vision, and only the past 6 months is starting to feel like need reading glasses and stuff. So anyway, what I've discovered, I have done research on this before, and I've done experiments with this before. My doctor's like, she has her nutrition advice, and I respect her, but my blood sugar, even though I've been on the metformin, had not been coming down. I was still waking up with the fasting blood sugar at like 190. And so through my own research, I'm gonna go back to doing the starch solution style eating, Dr. McDougall, like forks over knives, reversing diabetes, like similar to what all these people are talking about online, which is plant-based, my battery's gonna die, plant-based low fat and high starch, healthy starches. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I want to chronicle my journey on YouTube and share it with you guys. Do my best with making videos, and yeah, I'm excited to share that with you all. And hopefully you'll support me and subscribe and make comments, because I really want a chance to get these videos off the ground, and maybe they could help somebody. So I'm gonna stop now before my battery dies, and I will recharge my battery and keep making videos. Okay, thank you.